Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, I've been doing a little thinking, a little planning. You know, I have the 2020 Tacoma on order. It's coming sooner or later. And I got to thinking, you know, I'm going to start planning some mods for that, particularly ones that I don't have yet, so that I'm ready when it comes. Plus, it helps to pass the time, the agony of waiting for it to get here, right? So, today I had an idea. You know, I've mentioned before that I'm going to put a bed rack on the Tacoma up there, but not that one up there. It'll be the new one. But the configuration of the bed and everything is the same, so I could take a quick look and see how things are going to pan out. And my reason for putting a bed rack on the truck is I want to be able to mount the spare tire up on top of it and still be able to maintain all of the bed space below. I know, I could just throw the spare tire in the bed and fasten it down. I don't want to do that. Plus, I like the looks of the bed rack. I think it'd be pretty cool. Now, I know a lot of people out there use them for camping and stuff like that. They put tents on top, which is really cool. I think it's a great innovation for you off-roaders out there who like to go camping and stuff like that. I'm not much of a camper, to be honest with you, but I do think it would be awesome to use one of those as a spare tire mount, if you will, and to enhance the visual appeal of the truck. So, I'm out here in the garage. I have the fuel wheels behind me right here, of course. They're also awaiting the arrival of the new truck. And I thought, you know, what does a tire weigh? I don't know. I don't know what these things weigh. So I brought a scale out here, have that on the floor down there. We're going to put one on and see what one of these tires weighs. And then I'll tell you what the capacity of the bed rack is. Of course, it's going to be more than the weight of one tire. I mean, I weigh more than one tire, I hope, I think. So I'm going to point you guys down. We're going to put this fuel wheel and Nitto Ridge Grappler tire on there. And we're going to see just what the weight of one of these is. I'm curious myself. So let me point you down. We'll take a look. Got another error. That's weird. Things don't always go smoothly, right? All right, let's try that again. 81 pounds. Wow. Now I want to check another one just to see how consistent they are. 81 pounds for this wheel and tire. All right, there we go. 82.5. So we have a bit of a variance. I'm sure there is a tolerance on the scale. Let's try one more, just for kicks. There. 82.5. So we're going to go with 82. Whoops, 82.5. Wow. Those are not what I would call lightweight. 82.5 pounds apiece, or 330 pounds for all four of them together. No wonder the truck feels like it's pulling a little bit more when you put all that weight on. Now, of course, I don't know how much the OEM tires weigh. There's obviously some weight there, so we're not adding 330 pounds to the truck. But I'm sure the OEM wheels and tires do not weigh as much as this setup that I have behind you, or behind me rather, right there. So that's 330 pounds worth. Plus, actually, if you include the lug nut weight, it's going to be a little bit more than that. I don't know, maybe they weigh half a pound all, what, 4 of them, 5 of them, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So put all 6 lug nuts on there, and you're probably talking about another half a pound, so probably about 83 pounds per tire with the whole setup, including the center cap. Anyway, let's pull the 2018 Tacoma down, and I'll show you exactly what it is I'm talking about doing with this bed rack, how it fits on there, and what my plan is going to be. Okay, we've got the truck all down. Everything is golden as far as that goes. By the way, if you know anybody out there in the southern Texas area who's looking for a car lift, we do actually have one just like this for sale. It doesn't go quite as high. I think it goes about 12 inches lower than this does. But otherwise, it's the same weight capacity, 8,000 pounds. But anyway, you can message me if you're interested in something like that. First of all, what I'm looking to get is the bed rack from RCI. I believe it's RCI Metalworks. Because I like that one the most of the ones that I've seen. I think it looks neat enough to mount on the truck, given what I'm going to do with it. Sturdy enough to do what I want to do, and I like just the plain flat black finish that it has, so it should be pretty cool. Now, the way that this thing fits on, and I'll show you here, if this were the bracket that it came with, it would kind of cup over the side rail here, and then fasten into the deck rail system that's inside right here of the Tacoma, and then you just tighten it down. Now, the reason I like that, one, it's not permanent. I can take it out without having to drill any holes or anything like that in the truck, and I think that's a great way to do it. And secondly, the mechanism that holds it on will slide in the channel a little bit, so I'll be able to position the rack itself exactly where I want it inside the bed on the truck. Now, they offer, I believe it's 2 or 3 different heights. You can get it yay high, or yay high, or maybe just 2, I'm not exactly sure. But what my plan is to get one probably about 12 inches, 8 to 12 inches, whatever the closest that they have to that is. It'll be about 5 foot-ish long, something like that, so come back to right about in this area here. Leave me a little bit of space open to the end. Now, the spare tire itself, it weighs, as I mentioned, about 83 pounds with the lug nuts and the center cap and all that good stuff. The weight capacity of the RCI bed rack is 700 pounds. So I certainly have enough leeway to be able to mount that heavy spare tire and wheel on there and not have to worry about any kind of bending or anything like that. I mean, bed racks are made to mount a tent on top of anyway, which I think is pretty cool. You know, for you off-road guys out there who do any camping, you know, being able to put one of those tents on top of the bed rack to get you off of the ground, I think is just awesome. I'm not a big camper, so that's not going to be a concern for me, but it's going to come in really handy for the spare tire mount. So, what I'm going to do then, of course, is mount the bed rack onto the side rails, the bed system here on the Tacoma, and then I'm going to put the spare tire on the top, right in the center, where the cross members of the bed rack meet. And it looks like to me from the pictures I've seen that right in the center where those members meet, there's a hole where you would put a bolt down through to kind of secure the whole thing. That is going to work out perfectly because it will enable me to run a longer bolt through that hole and then secure it underneath with some sort of a nut or something like that, or some sort of a locking mechanism. Obviously, if I'm running around with a spare tire mounted on the top of the truck, it could be stolen, right? So I'm going to do something to lock it down so that somebody can't just come up, jump in the truck, unscrew it, and be gone. Wouldn't take long to do that. So I am going to come up with some sort of a locking mechanism to be able to lock that on. Now, as far as the height goes, I would like to keep it ideally just a few inches or so taller than the cab of the truck. I don't want it to be sitting up flush really with the truck. You know, I probably can do that if I went with one of the shorter version of the bed rack, but I really would like it to be a little bit higher. I think it would look better. And part of this for me is aesthetics, obviously. I love the look of their bed rack, and I think using it as a spare tire mount would be awesome. And while I'm thinking about that, I might be able to even use some of the mechanism that's down below right now, on the new truck, of course, to be able to hold that spare tire on. I think I probably will be able to do that, so that's going to come in handy. That's my plan. That's what I'm looking to do. I think it should be pretty cool. Again, I'm not concerned about the weight. Obviously, the capacity of the bed rack from RCI is much greater than my 83-pound tire. I could actually mount all of them up there and still not exceed that 700-pound limit that the bed rack is going to come with. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, let you guys know what I'm doing. I think it's an awesome idea. We'll see how it works out. Either way, I thought I might go ahead and get this going. Maybe before the 2020 even gets here, we'll see, just so I'm ready. It is a new mod that I've never done before on the channel, and certainly never done with the Tacoma. So I'm looking forward to doing that, in addition to some of the other mods that I have from this truck that I'll be putting on the 2020 when it arrives. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Is this a good idea? Have you done something like this? And do you think it'll work? Also, I'd be curious to know if you have any ideas for a way to lock it down. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.